Members of the Group of 77 and China at the United Nations have unanimously supported the 2015 nuclear deal between Iran and world powers. The statement was issued after a meeting of the group's foreign ministers, which was also attended by the UN chief and the President of the General Assembly. Iran's permanent representative to the UN said the members also expressed their opposition to any economic sanctions on Tehran. Ghulam Ali Khoshru said the Group of 77 and China deem the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action as a constructive and real model which contributes to sustainable development through international cooperation. The Group of 77 is a body of developing economies now comprising 134 countries. China is a non-official member of the group. For more on this, let's go live to Belgrade to talk to Marcus Papadopoulos, publisher and editor of Politics First. Mr. Papadopoulos, thank you so much for being with us. What do you think is the significance of such support given by groups like the Group of 77 and China to the deal between Iran and the P5+1?
Can I first of all express my profound shock and disgust at Donald Trump's speech at the United Nations this week? His sickening tirade against both North Korea and Iran serves as another reminder of his contempt for international law and the United Nations, and indeed America's contempt for international law and the United Nations. But I think that the decision of this group back Iran and to maintain the argument that the agreement with Iran should not be jeopardized and that Iran is complying with the agreement really serves as a moral and political and symbolic victory for Iran, because the world knows that Iran is complying with this agreement. Germany has said so, Britain has said so, France has said so, Russia has said so, the European Union has said so. It is only America who is saying otherwise, and policymakers in Washington, they know deep down that Tehran is complying with this agreement. But of course, policymakers in America have an ulterior motive, claiming that the Iranians aren't complying, because of course the ultimate objective of Washington ever since the Islamic Revolution in Iran in 1979 is the overthrow of the Iranian government. And of course Trump is looking for any excuse to either launch a military attack against Iran or to place such severe sanctions on Iran that the Iranian economy could collapse and that could bring down the Iranian government. But for what it's worth, I don't believe the Americans will pull out of this agreement, no matter how much Trump despises Iran and despises the Iranian government. I think the Americans understand that they would be up against world opinion on the matter, especially from some of their closest allies in the world, Britain and Germany. But nonetheless, while the Americans, I believe, will remain a party to this agreement, they will seek other ways, other methods to try and overthrow the Iranian government.
Okay, thank you so much. Marcus Papadopoulos, publisher and editor of Politics First, joining us live from Belgrade. Thank you very much indeed.